Well, boys and girls, here we are. I'm going for a wander. Let's go see if we can find somebody who likes to wander as well. What are you doing?
Oh, here he comes. That's about right. You turn it when I'm nearly finished.
Nearly finished what?
Doing the hedge. Got about 3 cuts left.
It's your job, not my job.
I don't think so.
No, it doesn't work like that in this house. I take it I'm cutting the grass, am I?
Yeah, I'm going then. That's
Go
what
on.
I'd like to see.
Right, give us the phone number, I'll ring somebody. Right, boys and girls.
Actually, you might want to shift your car.
What do I want to shift my car for?
Because I might get grass on it.
Alright. Well, it's my car that we're going to have a look at. So I'll shift it. I think I'll take it for a wash first. Okay guys, as you know with the channel, we do quite a bit of walking around the parks and cities of this country and our little holidays, but also this fella here. And this is the first one on the Range Rover. And why? Well, it's my hobby car. Got to keep into mischief most of the time. Why? Because she's always in mischief. It's good her, innit?
You have caused confusion and delay, and terrible trouble to my trousers.
You might want to move it.
I'm going to move it. What do I want to move it for?
So I'm going to cut the grass.
Alright. What? You're cutting the grass?
Well, you never cut the grass.
No, I'll get somebody, I'll pay someone to cut the grass.
Yeah. He's doing now though.
I know, she's off on one. But we've also got other hobby cars. I mean, in here, got Westfield, which is sort of buried. Eventually it might come out when my son pulls his finger out. That's not going to happen really, is it?
No way!
Right, let's have a little look round this beauty and sort of an intro into what ownership of a Range Rover is. If you've got any questions, just drop them in the comments below and I'm happy to answer. Now, I'm not a petrol head, so what you'll have is somebody that just uses it as a consumer. Fantastic. Let's have a little look. Okay guys, just going to take Bruiser for a little run. Just talk a little bit about the driving experience of one of these things. I've had many cars through the years. I was a big Mercedes fan. And for all the guys who know me know that I've had numerous E-Class Mercedes, and for me they were the pinnacle of a car. But I always had a passion for one of these, and this one being the Sport, I thought it'd be a bit smaller and a little bit nicer to sort of nip around town in, if you like. However, my son has decided to get its bigger brother, the L322, and when I put them side by side, well, there's not a great deal of size difference in them, so you never know. If I was to upgrade this and want another sort of hobby car, if you like, the 322 would be a good option for me, because it is really comfortable. But let's just think about this one. Now, driving position, fantastic. You know, you're right up in it, and as I was shown, got the big captain's chair, and the gearbox is as smooth as can be. Now, alright, it's an older girl, it's had its moments, as second-hand cars often do, but as a machine, I don't think it's any worse or any better than any other car out there. I just think what you hear is a lot of, well, the social media hype, because some cousins, friends, mates, dad down the pub had one and he had nothing but trouble with it. Well, could you not say that about any car? Yes, this has had some maintenance on it, and I'll do a video of how much it costs, and alright, it costs a bit more than, say, a Micra, but it's a different class of car, so you've got to expect that. And one of the best tips that I had when I was looking to buy this was don't buy the most expensive one. Don't buy the cheapest one. Buy the one in the middle, but have your sort of budget with a couple of grand or something left in the pot. And then if something does go wrong, you can fix it. So in other words, buy the car you want and then just repair it as you need it, but make certain it's a good car in the first place. Well, this one had a full history, loads of receipts, knew where it came from, it was the right colour, and why not? So happy days. So driving along, and I don't know whether you'll be able to hear this in just a second, I don't know whether the mic will pick this up, but the burble from the V8 is absolutely spectacular. So if I slow this down to sort of a crawl and then take it up to the speed limit, you may be able to hear the roar of the engine. And as it kicks in, up there we go. That is just beautiful. Up there we are, straight at speed limit. So this 3.6 block, it can shift when it wants to, and bugger me can it shift. And to me, I think that's perfect, because there's nothing worse than having an underpowered car and then going to overtake something, or you need to pull out of a junction relatively quick, and the car don't go anywhere, it just stays still. So that's one of the better things of a bigger engine. And what you're looking at, you're talking about somebody who's not a petrol head, just somebody who uses these on an everyday basis. And well, I guess that's it really. It's kind of living with it in the real world. It's a little bit like my job. My job is quite odd, because I work from home and I work from the financial markets for a living. But most people, when they sort of say, what do you do for a living? And I tell them I'm a market analyst. They don't rightly understand what it is, and they naturally assume it's like the Bitcoin thing. So they believe all the hype that they see on YouTube and sort of Facebook ads and everything. It's all bollocks, you know. I try and show what I do in the real world. Doesn't pay me a fortune, but it pays me enough. But it pays me enough to maintain this thing. And why not? That's the beauty of what we do. But this machine is perfectly laid out. Got lovely heated seats. The aircon is crystal cold. The dashboard is lovely cleaned out. I'll show you this when I pull up. It's got a good sound system. Loads of room in the back. And even on the back of these chairs, you've got little DVD players for the kids. Although the kids are not really allowed in the back of the car anymore, because the grandkids were in it and we went for a day trip and they wrecked it. They wrecked my car, boys and girls. This is not good, you know. Winky will be kicking off. We can go in her car. Her car's like a skip. You know, I could buy a little run around to take the kids about, because I'm not having a good car trashed off. That's shocking, that really, isn't it? But I love the kids. All four of mine and their kids below them. And why not? And Winky. So let's go see Winky, see what she's been up to. She mightn't be the newest Range Rover in the world, which is my Range Rover. And as a machine, I can't fault it. I still like the styling of it. I think the styling on these things are superb. Even down into these black wheels. With the little, get it right, the Range Rover signs on it. Super. Now it has been chromed out, which is a bonus. Now a little tip, and I'll tell you about this in a minute, is that spoiler on the top. Coming down, it is just a superb car to own and have. I have no faults with it at all. You know, it's just supremely comfortable. Super. But let's have a look on the inside and we'll have a little bit of a chat. Now it is the facelifted model, can't remember when the change was, 2009, 2010. Kind of get a better interior, and I'll show you that in just a second. You get all your nice wood trims along the door here, and then as you come down into the footwells and on back onto the seat, it's fully electric, so you can mess around with that to your heart's content. Superb. You can come round into the back seats, all nicely leather. This is all heated. Controls are just down here in the center console, but we also have these little things, these little sort of DVD players. You get some little headphones for them. But one of the reasons why I like buying this car was in the boot. Let me show you. Because in here you've got an extra power point up on here, and the chap who owned it obviously put in this nice mat thing here. But if you have a look under here, if you're looking to buy one, I do keep all the receipts, etc. Nothing in here is hardly being used, and the original toolkit has never been touched. So when you read the history of your cars, you can kind of find out how it's been looked after. So if you look at the history of the cars, like underneath this back panel here, and see how the condition is, it'll give you an idea of whether that history has been, well, just Joe Bloggs down the street, or whether it's been somebody that's reputable. This thing was very well looked after. Let's have a good look inside it. Okay, so just before I jump inside, just a quickie on this here. This is brand new. There's a factory recall on this car, and if you go to Land Rover, stick in your registration, it'll tell you whether you're entitled to a new one or a repair.
Are you serious?
And then they gave the car a full health check, which was brilliant. And then I just took it down the 4x4 specialist and had the work done for less than half the price. Fantastic. More on that on the maintenance. Now inside this, the cockpit is wonderful. It's very large, airy, and if you have a little sweep round into the back, not sure if you can pick it up because it is a bit dark in here. I'm a big guy, you know, 20 stone, I'm topping 6 foot. I've got more room than I need. It is absolutely comfortable. Nice armrest up on here, and with the captain's chair you get these things. Not like you can see it, but it's like a little armrest comes down. So again, while you're there, and then onto the center console, which is down here somewhere, just there, and then inside that is a little tiny fridge. And then as you come round onto the cockpit, you have a nicer interior, and well, can't get any better than that. Now the whole idea of this video is just to give you a quick snapshot of what the car is and what it looks like, and the kind of condition that it's in at this moment in time. But as we go forward, I'll do more and more. Like the next one, I'll have a chance to be on the upkeep of these things. Yeah, let's just say it could be better, but as I was saying, it's not a Ford Focus or a Micra. You know, this thing's a Range Rover. When they're new, they are colossal amounts of money. So it's only reasonable to assume the servicing, etc., is going to be a little bit more expensive. But enjoy it. So as I always say, guys, do what you love, follow your dream.